Yep. AT&T. We at 5:30? Okay. Call meeting at 5:30. First of all, as you know, we had the park department here about walking trail, railroad trail, so it's all yours.
Okay. Print off some things that came out at the beginning today. This is basically a early coordination request from the intro. Yeah, it's got the map. Talks about what the project is and what we're looking to do.
Right.
So really, the main things that I'm going to have for this application from the council is and I sent this to Mike and Lori and Olga, which I understand she probably isn't getting that, but I sent it to you today, and that jurisdictional letter that it's essentially requesting, I gave an example of what we did on the last one, but that jurisdictional letter basically is in support of the project, and it says that you will, let's see, it explains what it is, which we can work on that, and then it explains that the town is willing to do this, and let's see. And then the other letter I need is the letter of commitment. Basically, it's an eminent domain letter saying that the town will be willing to do eminent domain if it comes to that. That's never the desire, but I think the only one that it would probably happen on is the CSX property, because
And that'd be on the north side of Main Street.
yeah. If you're looking at that, it'd be north. It'd be that grass
jog.
Yeah, that area that up to, let's see where.
Because this would be along the streets here.
Yep.
That'd be great.
This section here, because this is through Olga's parents.
Okay.
This is a little off, but the idea was to have it in that grassy area here,
Oh, I see.
which is all CSX. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
So that CSX usually doesn't respond. You can send them the letter. You can send them, hey, we'd like to purchase this. They don't say, they don't do anything. They make you go in the domain and then they sign off on it. But that's usually how they handle it.
Yeah, they have no real estate department anymore.
Right. So, and we did this on the portion, a portion recently, a couple of years ago, when we did the one going out to 421. There's a small section that went through the property. So like I said, they don't fight you. They just don't.
It's fine. Help either.
Yeah. So those are the two letters that I would end up needing. And usually those are just signed, but like the example I sent, they're signed by, I don't know how it is, but they're signed by the president. It doesn't have to.
I did. I
So
got the
this is-
email.
Yeah, you got the email. This is the one letter, and this is the email. And you can pass that around. But so I didn't know, the other things will need are W-9, the direct deposit information, and then the state bidder number that the town would be. I don't know if you guys have a state bidder number or not, but that's something we had to go through too. So like if you do business with the state, you get a bidder number.
We probably have one from,
Have you done any grants or anything with the state or?
Grant.
The crossing, community crossing.
So if that went through the town, you might have that bidder number, and all we would need is I can work with it
Okay.
tomorrow. I can try to see what we can find out, because basically you have to request from them to see whether you have one or not. You just have to put it.
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and approve those letters, since we can't wait till the regular meeting, because this is due the 1st. I'll make the motion.
I don't have to, so you did say our property could be used towards
Yes, and
Value.
and I think the value of the right of ways are going to be used as well.
The streets.
Because I asked that, if that was the case, and they said, yeah. So a lot of the property, really the only property you're looking at that's gonna have to be purchased is the CSX, and then Olga's parents, and then there's a little portion of CSX right on the back side of the park. Like right where the gravel lane comes in and there's a gate, it looks like that tiny bit of.
Because
that-
there's an easement, or we own for the force main through there.
Yeah,
So
so it might be,
we bought a jog in through the main runs underneath it. So it might have to, maybe what we have would have to be filled or something, but we own that because our main thing's there.
So basically, just to buy CSX and all this property, and that would be it.
Eminent domain.
and the rest is all
All
easement
clear.
already, so it's not like you're,
Yeah.
gonna be taking anybody.
Anybody's, yeah.
Some people still think, it's the front yard, but it's already publicly owned.
Probably, right.
And it'll be on the side of this, yeah, most of it will be, it won't be, anyway.
Separated from the street, it's not gonna be like right on the road, so there's a separation there actually,
It'll be on the north side, right?
but,
Like North Street.
up north,
Yeah, north, Railroad makes the bend.
Yeah, or it's,
so it comes, where am I here? Yes, no, it's, the south side has the wider,
Got it.
the wider easement. So it would, on North Street, it would be on the south side of North Street. And then it would cross over here and be.
So would it cross over up here?
I think it'll cross, well, I'm not sure exactly how, because they have a building and
Yeah.
So this will be on the west side.
of North, of.
Of Railroad.
Railroad, yes, yes. In that big grassy area that, I assume the town maintains that already,
Yes.
is that mows that, so.
I'm sorry, so where did you say the crossing would be? Right there?
It's gonna be somewhere near that corner, but if you look, they have buildings and all kinds of stuff right here on this corner, on the west side. So it may turn and then somehow get over. As soon as we can get over to that west side, we'll get over to that west side.
This portrays it really slightly, right?
Yeah, these were quick drawings.
Hopefully it's
All of
not
this
bad,
has been
but-
pretty quick, but yeah, it'll
I
be,
hear
on that side as soon as we can. So there are gonna, like I said, I sent you letters of intent and a cover letter. Did you see those?
Yep.
Okay, and those are something that, if you're okay with those, when we go to submit this, we'll send those out to the landowner, CSX. Basically, it would be just to CSX, oldest parents, I'm not sure how to say the last name. And then,
The force.
the highway department, because the DOT has the right of way along the highway. So those are basically the only three landowners besides the town that we really have to deal with on this project. So those letters of intent, cover letters, we'll need a W-9 direct deposit and bidder number, and then those two letters that we just talked about, and that's about it. The only other thing I would ask, and I know you haven't voted on that first motion yet, but, in case there's something last second that comes up that we need a signature from of the president, could there be a motion or something to
We'll put it all on one.
give him the authority,
Right.
to sign those, so we don't have to have another special meeting.
What would be an example of like one of those last minute?
Well, just if they need signatures on any of these other forms, or if there's, there's so many different documents you need, but it's not, we can run them by the attorney, if that's what you think, if there's a legal type document or something like that. That's the only thing I can think is that, is something like that.
Somewhere up the food chain,
Yeah,
or CSX even.
CSX maybe.
yeah, so.
I'll second the one.
Okay, I'll make that motion to have me be the signatory for this project as they come up.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Albert, seconded by Mr. Mashinsky. Any discussion?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 4-0. We'll get those to you and she can check on that number.
Yeah, check. Yeah, we will. And well, if you want me to kind of draft that letter and send it to you, or you want to?
Send it to
I
them.
say, yeah.
Okay.
Send it to
Yeah,
Lori.
and that way you can sign it and,
Yeah.
and she can put it on the town's letterhead.
Do you have her email address?
Yes, I
You do? Okay.
All right?
Super.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. This is gonna be great. but if we get the grant and stuff, I really think this may be a big improvement.
Big way.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Jeremy.
Yep.
Who's seconded that? I'm sorry.
Jim.
Jim.
Reminds me of all the family of Archie going to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that?
Upstairs, where's Archie?
Yeah.
Didn't hear that.
I think that was one of the first times a
Toilet
toilet
was flushed.
was flushed on
on
TV.
TV. That's funny.
I think there's a lot first in that show.
Yeah, well, that's true too, yeah.
Yeah, that blazed the trail.
So is this gonna come down north and then tie into railroad? I'm trying to.
Yeah, we'll come down, what's the bike trail, the walking path, then run along the bank to North Street, then along the west side of Railroad, then they'll grab that right away. And then south side with that main, that sewer main, we got that, own that to the park. And then if they ever wanna go south, I don't know if they wanna go to Wanata someday or not. And maybe bypassing traffic on 30 on what I'm hearing.
Might be quicker, right?
I went east of here and I took 20 out and went back, coming back on 6, they're doing bridge work all over.
Box culverts.
Okay, Lori, you want to go over the numbers?
These are just, I just met with the department heads, we just kind of went over what they had budgeted this year. We kind of adjusted, what we think they'll need next year, and went from there, some of the line items are a little higher than, like town insurance, stuff like that. And with Bella and the police, they adjusted, they felt where they needed some more, money at as far as their line items go. You just never know, like gas and electric, you never know what it's gonna do. Like health insurance, I always offer a 20% increase, but you just never know that either. And again, these are all rough draft numbers, because the miscellaneous revenue estimates are coming soon, according to the DLGF. So I don't really have those, and I really wanted to know what the PS Lit fund was gonna be. The estimated number for that, but it's not available yet, so I'm going off of what it is this year.
Okay.
Any salaries, the police salaries, you guys already did those this year, so the general fund will stay the same. The raises obviously will come out of the PS Lit money, the Lit fund. Any other thing you want to pay from that public safety Lit fund, that is allowable, as an allowable expense to come out of that. There's not terribly, nothing shattering.
And we don't even know what the the tax,
We do for sewage, it's like in the 50s,
okay,
something, so that helps for revenue. If we partner with the school next year for the SRO position, that's going to a lot as revenue for,
right.
for that officer. So a
Right.
lot of things that come into play there. And then when the water comes on, we'll be getting that revenue in lieu of.
So in 2023, we have 5 officers. In 2024, we're planning for 6. Is that
That's what we're paying for.
If we get the SRO.
if we get the S?
Well, depending on how that goes, yeah.
Okay.
Play off, but
And then in the summer, we got
we have, yeah.
the
So
extra.
building, yeah, the part-timers.
So if you look at the increases for the general fund, and it's just those two together, I think you're looking at 107,000 roughly, I don't think that's a rate, earlier today, between all those funds, more than budgeted for 24 than 23.
Okay.
But then you take into account the SRO revenue, if that happens, and then the payment in lieu of taxes from sewage, it kind of pretty much evens out, if not, but we have an even buffer, so just
So
depends
this-
on that.
So the lit money isn't coming in yet, so we don't know how much we're gonna get for the lit money?
I'm getting the, yes, but now I wanted to know the estimated, revenue for next year, but full time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I'm assuming it's gonna be a little more than this year, but I don't know, I'm assuming,
Cause they didn't have, do they have a full year in
well, yeah.
for 20? Yeah, because it came in late
It's been a lot
22.
of time.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's an income tax, so places give raises, that means there's gonna be more revenue, so
Mm.
your income's gonna be more. So I'm assuming it's gonna be a bigger number, I just don't know that.
But you're almost a year behind that on like you are on property tax.
I mean, yeah, so these are just kind of, like I said, I just went over the lines with each department head, and, this is what they thought they needed.
Okay.
And it's not huge, it's not huge increases, any raises for the utilities guys and my office, I'm taking those out of utilities, that's not to affect the general fund, because the general funds are already straightened up. And the raises for the came out of the split funds, so what really was raised in the general fund is, your basic, you know, town insurance, health insurance, stuff like that, rental insurance.
When do we find out on our health insurance? That's in the fall.
It's usually not till like October. Yeah, lucky last year it didn't go up as much as I anticipated, but that is a crapshoot every year. It is hard telling what it's gonna be. So I always buffer enough for that.
Yeah, I think ours at work went up this year.
Keeping kids continuing at the same, the revenue that on that is not great, so we're keeping that at 5,000. I mean, there's really nothing,
If you're low on one on a fund, you move it within that fund.
Within that fund.
Because you're guessing what it is.
right, and that's what happens a lot of times towards the end of the year when you're heading on something, you always can move it to a different line item. So, if you needed something,
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing similar, it's just, everything's so expensive now. I think a lot of the increases went to repair and maintenance and other basic services,
Yeah.
because it's just so expensive. I know we raised park, repairs and maintenance a couple thousand. Park's not doing high either, so we can't really go too high there. Our growth push this year is about 4%, I believe, so, I mean, we're okay with this because of the SRR, the lit fund and the SRO position perhaps in the sewage, pilot money. It helps, so.
Can we draw your pilot money if it's just the last few? Do we know?
Jeff is not, no, we don't know.
I didn't know if that was prorated out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Any questions or anything?
And again, these are just rough numbers, I don't have great estimates yet, like I said, from the deal Jeff, so
When are they looking at that?
this does coming soon.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, so these are, I mean, they're pretty solid, but, I mean, in terms of what those estimates, they came in crazy, which I don't anticipate, but you never know.
Well, at least they're not like 10 years ago when
And that's what,
collecting
yeah,
money.
yeah, and that's just the miscellaneous revenues is what I'm waiting on, so, we already made a goal push for next year, so the rest of these numbers are pretty solid.
Anything else?
Nothing to share.
Make a motion, we adjourn? Motion made by Albert, seconded by Nate to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourns at 5:49.